Good morning, folks. It's 9:59 a.m. on Fit Day, 12th month, 2022, and I've got a very dangerous line of storms heading into Sydney. And some of these lines here, they're going to be packing a wallop. I've been watching them doing that constrictor, the pulsations, and the next big pulse drop is going to be right here at the top of where the D is here. Boom, boom, and it's going to hit again about the Y, and it's going to hit again just at the shore. And I'm not quite sure what the dynamics of when it goes off coast what it's going to do, but they're free to spin. This one has rotation. It's tendriling into other storms, which snaps back and always drops hail. So if you're in the path of these storms, they're very dangerous. They're going to move through very quickly right now. And I'm going to have a look at what geoengineering conditions possibly created this, and let's hope to see a natural storm, eh? But I kind of doubt it, because if I kick on the old Sate light over there, Sate L light, you could see abominations off your coast. And I haven't loaded this yet, so it may take a moment. Well, hi, you. I'm not a big fan of that. What was that? Oh, it looks like Christmassy. Oh, gingerbread cookies. I'm a big fan of. Not a big fan of the icing ones because they're hard on the teeth. And they're squeaky. I don't like squeaky food. When you bite it, it squeaks. See, this big cell here going over the top. But when you take off the satellite, put it back on the radar. The picture looks a bit different, doesn't it? Yeah, so the cells join now. Yeah, this is a very volatile situation. So the conditions here, looks like you got a lot of pollutants over the top, a lot of fogginess down low. That could be what that is there. That grayish stuff. That's actually like drizzle. What we got here? Hey, that's Botany Bay, man. Botany Bay. That's a cool airport to fly into. You got lots of stuff to see out the window. Beautiful skyline. Sydney, man. When you come in, you have to do a holding pattern. The other Liverpool. Never been. Penrith. Storm Alley, man. Storm Alley. So we have also another dangerous situation developing right now, which I'm going to go right to, is one of the levees is giving way on the Murray. And this is a big problem for people, so you're going to be vigilant now. So I hit in the nose, and I seen this link here. First straight off, I ain't picked nothing, so I've loaded it. So do you want to hear what they have to say? Thank you, News 7 there for doing that. I'll pop your like on this video, and I'm about to use it. You can't hear nothing. Okay, that's not going to help. So let me try this differently. Well, you're going to have to go there and let me close caption this. Oh, come on. Don't do that. Well, she's burst her banks. It's very bad. So you're going to go get stories on this. Evidently, there was a levee over here and floodwaters breach near Renmark. One of these levees gave out. I told you they're holding too much water. And so this is going to be an inundation. I told you. I wonder if they're going to want a new lake. It looks like they're getting one. So the floodplain there is about to be tested. Farmland's about to get new silts for growing. I'm trying to think of positive. Hey, the mosquitoes are going to be loving it. So they're desperately trying to build a new levee to cut off the floodwaters from this one town here in Manham. So we will. I'm sorry you can't hear this, but it's the best I'm going to do is their imagery right now. And you got a couple people there. With, one guy's on his phone. Must be a real emergency going on. Now you got to communicate. You know me, I'm sarcastic. Looks like they built this little levee here. Yeah, one wave, that's gone. But even that little berm right there might be just enough. A couple feet as high as a bench. So that give you an idea of how much they've laid down. Not just a little bit. So they've been busy training. But all it takes is one little breached area, and it goes behind it. And then it's got a wall to keep it from going back out, except in a certain spot as well. So the floodwaters tend to stay around a lot longer. Get more brackish. How you doing? Hope you had a nice day. My business again. I'm tired of geoengineering. I just put words in someone's mouth. These are sandbagging areas, and go help. If you have the physical capability of doing that, you should always be proactive in your own safety. You got on your rope to tie things off. You got any bags that those like mattress bags that you could put stuff in to pack away to keep things dry? Man, put your valuables in them. Grandma's pictures and all that kind of beautiful stuff you love the most. No, don't be putting your youngins in them. It's against the law. You can put these things in them and fill them up with air, and then cap them off. And you got two things. You got something that you could yourself could float on, and you got something to protecting some of your valuables from water. And I advise people get these. Even the smaller ones are better than no ones, because I think it's some of them farmlands down there are about to have a difficult time. And when you get cut off out there, you're going to be cut off. So if you ain't got your supplies now, you might want to do a little bit of a scramble. Get any information about what roads are going to be flooding. As when you go one place, you don't want the water to come behind you. Be very careful in vision and don't go disaster tourism. Okay, I'm sorry I kept drifting there. I should have gone right back to this. So what have we got going on here geoengineering wise? Now, we got some more water headed that way. Absolutely, but look like they could dry this up. I don't see any glitches going off here. There's nothing. They're not even doing down here, which I normally see going. There's two of them down there. But they're blasting here. Blasting here. You got a straight line beam coming out. I'm expecting to see coming through here. So let's look. What are we seeing today on the National Lopey? Brought to you by the Bureau of Morons. Morons! BLM. The Bowel Movement Corporation. So let's see what we've got going on there. Yeah, the straight line beam coming out from this station here is exceedingly guilty. And so here's we got the beaming going on. It's showing up on the satellite images too. Well, that was Pebble Ponding. See it? Boom. Boom. And the line of storms will continue along the excitation of this beam, which is, it's going to continue along. And it's definitely fueled it when it got out over the ocean. So expect these ones here to also nearly have that same effect. And it's doing a bit of a slide. So the cells from here will make it there. Some kind of bomb is coming over now and moving that way. So that should show up down here pretty well. Actually, CD's off. So we're looking for the Sydney to Wollongong chem bomb merge. Let me get this exact. Sydney. The gong is right here. So they're throwing a bomb in between the two. Okay, so let's see if we can pick that up. Is this working? Is this thing on? Yes. So the Murray is in difficulty. So if you're in the Murray floodplain, go look. Go check your local warnings immediately and make sure you're not in danger. It's going to be bad. I told you these levees can't take these swelling waters anymore, and there's nowhere for it to go. And they let the end of that river silt up or it goes out to sea by putting these barriers out there was not the smartest freaking move. Sorry if it wasn't. It was stupid. It's not nice to fool Mother Nature. Wasn't that the old Imperial Margarine commercial? They should take their own advice. Look at that bomb going off here with an emanation point. That don't look like an obvious firework to you. You need to get your head examined or get some glasses. Or go watch what a firework does. Going backwards here in time, so I'm trying to catch this. All right, she's come to line. There's the beam line. That one just came along and gave the stitches look, right? The Karma Sutras will happen one day. But there's that stitches look. Stitching up the weather. That's definitely a possible military deployment, and even a private craft can do it at low level. But that's at an upper level because it's going underneath. That's the low deck down here. That microwave popcorn cloud. And this chem bomb here is under that chem bomb there. So we got a lot going on in this picture. And this is the Karma Sutures. Really, man, it stitches in the sky. And they're stitching up a story and stitching up the lies. And look what they're doing. So, and this reached out toward this in a tendril. So let's see if we can catch this. Bomb there. Look, 1, 2, 3 in a circle in a cluster. 1, 2, 3 blowed up there. We're looking for the reach out. Look at that cluster there, the zipper. Another zipper here. Now I can call that thing the zipper. Because the Karma Sutures are going to happen differently. Of course, a lie. Sound nice and all. But I think that the Karma Sutures sometimes come when I breathe this and something happen. And we got a star cluster bomb there. What in the hell there, and there, and there, and there, and there, and there, here or there, everywhere, a bomb. Really, look at the square underneath. Well, they're rolling some dice. They are. They're rolling the dice. And you're crapping out. Let me roll this fast. I'm going to see if I can catch it on a pattern. Okay, it happened when those two things merged together when this bomb went off here. Told you I'll find it. I'm good at patterns. The reaching out bomb is right there. Reaching out, Chem and me, dissing your ease. Boom, 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 the sweet air of mine. Boom, boom, boom. It went away, but it'll come back one day. Boom, 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 Plune and I do decline. Dun, 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 and damn sure don't consent to live this way. No, boom, no. Boom, 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 plume, plume, plume. Stick a song in your head. Boom, 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 plume, plume, plume. I don't own the rights. The boom, 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 plume, plume. Burst your banks. Boom, boom. Do, 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 do. The River Murray has busted a levee. Almost like I said there was a plan and all it would take would be one farmer's levy to flood you out. Do, warm, do, meeting harp, moved cold air, and reaching out to the chem bombs, fucking you, boom, 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 the sweet air of mine, dun, dun, dun. Don't give a shit about the heirs to your perpetual fortunes and power. Do, and I do decline. Dun, dun, dun. These metallic showers, nanoparticles don't taste good. Oh, no. Well, I think that's about enough torturous enough of that. I don't know where the hell that came from, but I know where the hell these came from. It's the government scam, 'cause you're too busy watching lies to open up your mind and make a world that's good. You can have a square of chem bombs. It's not just all fucking scalar squares, man. I keep telling you, been telling you for years, I'm right, and you're right about scalar squares, but that's something different going on there, my friend. That's a platform shooting a beam as it goes. This is a mobile platform device that has an EMF emitter on it. That's obvious with my eyes. Look at the big blast coming out in this as this chem bomb mass enters into a field of perturbed beam area coming from a radar in that area. It turns into the wedgie cloud. Giving you all a weather wedgie, man. And what does a wedgie do? It gives you a stinking crick. You have to pick it out, that's for sure. And it don't take me long to pick this out. They've got Bill Gates' logo. This weather brought to you by the Master Gates Foundation. And he thinks he's going to lock all of you up. And he's the only one with the key to the universe. And he wants you in his meta world. And he has buddies like Musk. And he wants that too. Yeah. Some turtles ain't allowed back on the platforms that spoke out against 5G, but buddies get in. If you play golf with them, they bitch at you. Can I get back on? Can I get some more attention? Look at the bomb field going. Meanwhile, the bomb field's going off, and they remain in silence about this. This guy's a pilot. He should be ending his shit. His Virgin Airlines spray like fucking bugs tall. Don't be calling that guy a hero in front of me. That Branson dude. That's another one of them clowns. And they're all in it on the money. They're all the Rocket Man. Rocket Man, burning out a doob while you're sitting home locked down alone. Bezos, you fucking dope. What's a dildo in this guy? I look like a giant cock. Meanwhile, you got zippers in your skies. You got the spider webs. You got the blue star kachina is the only thing missing. And when last time I looked outside, I didn't see an orange sun. I saw a blue one. Okay? Some of these ancient legends carry a lot of weight with me. Because they far too often, not only are their histories held down, but disregarded. Meanwhile, this is toxifying your garden. And now let's roll this beautiful bean footage from today. You got heavy EMF farms going across you, frying you. Bzzz. You ain't John Coffey. You didn't earn the electric chair. He didn't earn it either, but he got it. I'm tired, boss. Tired of the streaming too fast. As we have a look up coast, as the circle bomb goes off in the wagon wheels, it rolls over the top of you. Maybe it fell off the cart a long time ago, hauling the elephant into the room. In his trunk is a cup full of boiled frog. There's not much going on here today, just some bombasticness. A wave came in and cleared you all out of it. That's nice to see. Let's have a quick look here at some of the, see what's going on at this very moment in Sydney. Like that storm is still sliding through, headed toward the entrance, Gosford and all that. You're going to have a bit of issues. They're strengthening as they hit the coast. There's all the electrical potential out here. There's a lot of ions and stuff going on from the waves. We'll travel through this line and light this up like a candle. You are in a lot of trouble, Brooklyn. Yeah. I'd even say the pulse. Boom. This one's serpentining up here is going to give you the trouble all along this river line here. And these hills are rather steep. So be careful out there on them roads. Hornsby, you just had to come through now. Bet it's a lightning show. That's why it came on so sudden like this. I've done like 6 videos in the last 30 hours. And managed to go have a meet. One. That's pulsating like fuck. Don't be surprised you don't see a water spout. I really wouldn't. The dynamics are there, and this other line's right behind it, and it looks chem-fueled, and you look like you have a night of it coming. Right? This is all the catalysts are here to nucleate a fairly constant storm pulse. And they're pulsing down here, adding more moisture and condensates in it. Look at the pluming going here. So you're not out of the woods yet tonight. So let's have a good look at some of your totals, because that's very important. Bzz, getting fried. Straya style. That's going to pulse into something nasty if they keep spraying it. We got to watch the chem line on that. And there is a line coming. It's this one. Then this one. It's going to spread it. So you've got several lines of storms coming tonight. 1, 2, and a third one here. You were not out of the woods, and they blow it up the west all at once. Right, here comes the beginning of a small event. So let's look at what's planned for you. While this loads. If you'd like to support my work, you may do so at paypal.me/Robert Deutsch. Looks like got a bit of action headed New Zealand's way. Justice needs to head a lot of ways. Hashtag exposed to 28. Yeah, I got that in for you. Big line is about a thunderstorm planned here for about 18 hours for now, coming in through that Sedona corridor. They must want to train here. Because that's a great place for a port. Saves a whole lot of hassle and port fees here if they build a new one somewhere else. Maybe some land got bought up by a foreign corporate interest who wants to bypass certain things in Australia traditionally, the jobs, the unions, and things like this. Oh yeah, they're gonna. That's another thing they'll go after. They'll bust them unions. They need them right now to pull the trucks off the road on commands and things like this. The big companies, they need them right now, and then they'll get rid of it. Uh-oh, did he just say that? Yeah. So you could look some pulsation lines down on the coast. So something's going to come in from up here. But the conditions are right for it anyhow. The pressure lines were right on it. Mm-hmm. Your 14s are at a weird spot. What's causing your storms to bubble up interaction with the cold air coming from this, right? Because this is kicking from down here, and it's fairly cold. You know, just a little bit. Now you won't want to go walk around naked out here. That's for sure. That's 6 degrees. It's colder here this morning. I think I woke up here, it was 5 or 4. Now you got enough heat and enough difference in a cold, and these pressure in a side bubble like that, it's going, and they're adding to it with the chem, right, to make a very volatile, stormy situation for most of this part of Australia over the next, all the way through here. He didn't just do that, did he? But most of it's through here. I've already done my homework. See, the bubble up's the same. The high's just perked. It's just perked. And you are gonna absolutely roast. You're gonna get so hot. And you're gonna be dripping that sweat. So hot. You know, with the same pressure number being given to two systems over here, this is numbnut statistics. Illogical. They're marking in twos. And then they mark in a 1. Bullshit. It's just creating a statistic to make it look like they have something to blame. That would be a bipole, right? We got a bipole going on, and 4 down, 2 down here. There's your dipole, and they're the same fucking number. And some of them not gonna believe it. They'll have gotten a degree at school by copying the test answer. Are you certified? Yeah, great. I could go home now, says the guy that signs the paper. Anybody been to a course signing or certain safety classes when you're required to have them? I mean, look at the temperatures. You're roasted. You're roasted, mate. 40. 42. Hey, USA people, you want to melt? Look at this. Melt. Here's your 80s. You go, yay, it's in the 80s. Yeah, what do you, the humidity. And you go over here, 113 fucking degrees, man. Fahrenheit. 104 Fahrenheit. You're going to take the measures to make sure you got your waters, make sure you got everything right for your pets and your animals for this event coming out. I don't want to see the cattle dying off on the sides of the roads and the pastures because there's nothing for them. So get your water ready for these animals, okay? Please. Go down here and take a bucket from that levee area and bring it up. Hell, the whole world seems to go to hell in a bucket and enjoys it. And I'm telling you, it's not fireproof, and the pan is getting hot, and that's hot. So you can expect a week of some incredible heats coming. So hot. And you got the weather, the camp on fire, getting hot, hot, hot. EMF heating, so you can expect a beaming event. The atmospheric heaters to be going wild. Because it's hotter here than it is here. At the equator part. In the summertime. Okay? I know this desert is hot. And this has a lot of moisture and evaporation going on to hold some of the temperatures down. But that should make that pressure lower. But it's not. So you're being heated by a bunch of beaming bastards with their fucking Next-Rad toys. And you need to shove them up their ass. Yeah, that's what I just said. Now I'm going to go back to this. All right, we'll get the statistics off. Make a new word. I'll butcher the English language because English ain't done me much good. All it did was tell me what to do. I want to come up with new words that aren't the spelling they made. I want an Easter egg. I want an Easter egg. I want an Easter egg. That's what's in the background of the movies. I give you little hints of things. They threw in an Easter egg. Yeah, Friday the 9th, little storm near off the tip of Fraser Island. There's some storms across the middle, Gympie, Caloundra, north of Brisbane, North Lakes. And it's shit's popping up in the northern river. It's about to get real. Here it comes. It's just a fucking another bastarding geostorm. And this is when I'm getting you. This is when it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Well, watch Access. It's coming. It's already there. Access I'm kind of agreeing with because all the numbers say so. So getting here about the 10th is when the fun starts. You got time to prepare for this. It's going to get nasty. It's going to be wet everywhere. There's going to be lots of blah blah on the radios and the TVs. You might have to excuse me while I answer the door. What I'm going to do now is let you see what Access has to say about this while I have a peek. So watch this roll, and I'll be right with you. It's just somebody who's allowed to be in the house who happens to be a very clean person, so I let him in. If you're respectful, I'm respectful. Well, it looks like it didn't go along very far. And they're showing nothings up there. Isn't that nice to see? That's nice to see. Say, yeah, that's nice to see. Watch New Zealand get clobbered now while you're over there being nice and dry. High and dry for you. Snowing down here. Which means a cold trough of air is coming up again. Into the trough. Work it here, hem it on this side of the mountains, work it up through the state line. 10-4, good buddy. We got us a convoys. It kind of about contrails. And this is when the fun is starting. Your first batch of rain, swell the streams, get it wet. Swell the streams, get it wet. Get it running, get it to its destination. Swell the streams again, get it wet. Get some more along the Murray Basin, get it wet. And then, wabama! And I mean a big line of bammo. It's going to have a lot of electrical potential, and it's a big line. Big line. And it's coming, and you're going to get a smack. Uh-huh. Boom. Access says so. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry if I'm trying to throw Higgins off. I'm still sick of watching him get paid and underappreciated, and me get fuck all and giving my heart out. Even people trying to thwart my jewelry sales, like I shouldn't even be allowed to do that. I'm in such a go fuck yourself mode today, and it will happen to some people, because I'm tired of it. If you got something against me, you tell me. I want to know. I want a chance to defend myself, because believe me, I have a feeling about something, and well, what I'm going to do about it, I'm not going to tell you. It's going to blow your mind off. It's going to absolutely clear my name. 100%. Yeah, I've done nothing wrong. I poured myself into a project and got dusted out of it. Into a corner. And then got blamed. And I'm going to have it. Absolutely. I had to find out some things. Look at some big heaviness is pouring up. So I'm going to go into your totals. But most important thing to me is, at this moment in time, what did the pressure do? Where is the high? It ain't got nowhere to go. Whatever's going on here is going to continue to go on here. And it's going to suck shit down from the tropics. This here is going to kick up. The pinch points here. Maybe a little fight between occasionally allows a bubble of cold air in. It's you got the high pressure trap again. And what did that mean last time? 3 weeks of rain. That's what it did last time. I don't like to be the one to say that, but I just did. Go look at the stats. Actually, it was more like 5 weeks. We're going to be watching very closely and diligently, won't we? We don't doom and gloom ourselves. But the 10 days looking bad. By the time this event starts, access is pretty much, I'm agreeing with the corridor. So you'll expect the glitches here and here to be full on. The Mount Ice and, oh shit, what's that other one? Yeah, here. Yeah, I'll tell you which one. Because they'll be doing it now. The Mount Isa one in was it Long Reach? This corridor will be absolutely, to get that effect on the weather plan right here, you have to turn this one on. That has to turn off at a specific time in a 5 day. But you see how it's going in a square? They'll have energized that with a big pulse. I'm watching how they're going to move these in. It'll be a very wet time along the coast areas here and on the tips where they drag tendrils and they collect. The earthquake risk is going to remain very high over the next 5 days because of the storms that's coming in. What else can we say about these statistics? And that's theirs. I'm more agreeing with this tendril move here. And some of these pockets they're showing around the middle here are terrible amounts of water that can be moved. And this pocket here is of great concern. It's up near the 20 centimeter mark. Uh huh. Some of them, some of the pockets in here are very high. You have to zoom in to try to find the highest statistic than your fear porn. But I just want you to be aware. I'm watching these tendrils, and even the wind can very feasibly blow that edge in. And the sea is going to be whipped up. And it's going to be some very dangerous travel conditions. Of course, probably right on this Saturday and Sunday when you exercise your rights. And the railroad lines that are wanted are being wetted down again and sloshed through the bottom, weakening the banks and stuff. And the corridor here is about to cop it again. You got about, I think it's about 6 days before you start. It's going to get bad. And Papua, and then there's lots of moisture that can very quickly be taken down towards you in various methods of chembominations, explosions, and moving with EMF like you would see in the Faster Master here. You can see how stuff starts at the same time. If you just run it fast and look, you'll notice the patterns. Well, this is going under that one. That's on the top. So there's different levels of the cake. And when you put it in motion, this one's pow. Its percussion ring goes out in front of it. And that has an effect on the clouds too. And so right now, most of the waveforms being held off up here. That's just a straight line nucleation, like a beam came out. Vaporize it. Vaporize. Boom. Yeah, we got a walker there. Hey. Crippling a line. This one going in the opposite direction, can't bombing it up. See what I mean? You got the impossible flows. When you look at it fast, you'll pick up the patterns better. Okay, some of the people were asking me. So just watch the patterns. Relax your mind. You got to relax and just look. Your peripheral will tell you a lot. Almost like you're doing a visual field test. You're going to have to relax. Get meditative on it, and you'll see the pulsations. You'll see what's staying in place, what's ground level, what's just begun to circulate in a low pressure way, right? Cyclonically. That is. And that's going to drive this up and through here because it has momentum itself. And that's going to put Sydney in a danger of worse storms as the night progresses. So you guys are in for a little bit of a wild ride tonight. Just a little bit. And then the big picture says Fubario. And you'll be needing Mario to unclog the drains. Dun. Big love, people. Peace. Stay safe. If you're in the area of the Darling River Basins, Murray River Basin, excuse me, go watch. They've had a levee break today. The levees break, you have no place to stay. We're not going to be able to hear this because my mic is plugged in, but you'll see some of the fields in this area, and maybe you can catch some of the names from Channel 7's news that I caught. Don't really know what town. Sorry about this, but we're going to have to go do your homework immediately. So the levee is broke, and one town is taking actions now. There's one of them river boats. So you recognize this place? Oh, I'm sorry. You can get rid of that fucking shit. That's Manham's levee work is beginning. I had another town kickoff. Was let's see if we can catch the town. This is important. So please, near Renmark is where the levee breaches occurred. So those fields down there and them farms are about to get major difficulties. And keep your heads. Don't be stupid, but be prepared to bug out and know your path out. Could be cut off if you're not paying attention. So make a decision now of what you need to do. Make your plans and stick with them. Don't second guess yourself. in a situation like this. Your gut knows how to stay alive. Tells you when you're hungry, right? Well, also tells you when you should be alert. And I'm alerting you now. There's a problem going on today weather-wise. Go to the beginning of the video and you'll get further information about what's going to impact Sydney today. Big love, people, and it's going to be a really wet ride. Get your arcs ready again. You're going to need them. Big love. Peace.